my channel. My name is Rose. If you're new and my battery is about to die, so I had to hurry up and do this intro. So I basically did a little get ready with me, and I did answer a lot of questions that I had from on Instagram. So I hope you guys enjoy this little basic look that I did today. And yeah, you guys just get to basically learn a little bit more about me. I'm really not that interesting, so I feel like I haven't talked about myself too much, so I was like, let me just do a little video, and I ran out of ideas of what videos to film next. Let me know in the comments down below on what video I should definitely film next, because I literally write all my video ideas down, but I'm kind of like staring at them like and I kind of don't want to do that. And sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do the same type of videos over and over again. So if you guys have a suggestion on what a video I can film, it really help me out so much. So yeah, I'll just shut up now and we'll get into the video. I don't know why I did that. Okay, bye. Okay, so I already went ahead and did skin prepping on Instagram, and you'll see that I'll include a little photo, a little video of it going on, but basically you can go on there and kind of see the steps that I do. I'm going to be using this primer. This is the only thing I didn't end up doing. It's this primer, no pore blend primer, smoothing pore covering. I love it a lot because it does help with my pores. It's really similar to that Benefit. It's called the Professional. It's very similar to that one, but Benefit is not 100% cruelty free, so I'm trying to learn a little bit more of like cruelty free makeup world, and I know that they're not 100% cruelty free, so I kind of stopped using them. So that's why I'm using this one. I haven't even done my research to see if this one is cruelty free, so like I'm not quite there yet, but I'm, you know, trying to learn more and more every day. I'm gonna be going ahead and viewing your guys' questions that I asked you guys on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna be going in with Huda Beauty foundation. This is in the shade Custard, and I have like very little left. So one of the first questions I got was, when did you start doing makeup? And I actually started to do makeup when I was 18. I think that's when for me like the makeup world started becoming more and more. In high school I never really wore too much I didn't. It obviously isn't how it is now. Wow, I look super crazy. So I basically ended up getting a job at Macy's. I was working there for 2 years, I believe, and that's basically where I learned so much more of makeup, especially like sanitary makeup, because I worked at Benefit. I know I just said like I'm not gonna be using Benefit anymore, but at the time I was working at Benefit for a good while, and I love it. It was one of the best jobs I've ever had. Just learning how to do makeup and stuff like that. Like I was really bad, and but it was really nice to just learn from your mistakes and just keep going forward, and that's where I got more experience. So next I'm going to be taking my this is so bad. I'm going to be taking my concealer. I'm not sure which shade it is. I think I'm not sure because it's all messed up, and I did cut it because I want to use the rest of it, but I need to buy another one. So after I worked at Macy's, I had gotten a job at Planet Beauty in Ontario, which was the most horrible job I could ever work at. It's just crap. That's a whole different other story, but it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. And then when I left there, I ended up being at a clothing store, and I really loved being at a clothing store because I love fashion and like learning more and more about fashion and stuff like that. It was a small business, so that was really cool to see, basically like kind of like behind the scenes of what it takes to be like a business owner and stuff like that, because at the time I was majoring in business, so it was pretty cool to kind of put 2 and 2 together. I was working actually 2 jobs at that time. I was working at 2 different fashion stores at the same mall, and it was a struggle. It was a real struggle. After that, I ended up getting a job at Sephora, and I loved it, but I think it was just time for me to not work with customer service anymore. So if you guys want like a little story time of why I quit Sephora, I'm totally down to do it. It's nothing like bashing the company. It's just like personal preference on why I left, because I mean I honestly, like, I was like, oh my god, this is my dream job. Like, as a makeup artist, you're like, I would love to work at Sephora, or love to work at MAC, and like, and then the reality happens, and it's like, okay, I would like to work here. Oops, I kicked the camera. And I actually had an interview for MAC too. I'm so thankful that I didn't get it. Like I said, if you guys want a story time on that, I can definitely do that. But now I'm trying to make YouTube a full-time job for me now that I am monetized, so that's really helpful. I look super crazy, I know, I'm so sorry. I go in with the Airspun. This is naturally neutral. Currently now I am working in an office, and that one is one of the best jobs I've ever worked at. It's amazing. I love it so much. I say where exactly, but just that's it. That's why I've been trying to film just Saturdays and Sundays, because I do get the weekends off. That question ended up being like a full-on where do you work? But I mean, that's kind of where I started with makeup, because I was working at, you know, Sephora, Planet Beauty and stuff like that. So I definitely got to learn a lot. Oh, and also I did go to makeup school, but I honestly feel like it was not worth it. And again, if you guys want a story time on that, because it's a huge story, it's like a huge, like, it will take me hours to explain why. I do feel like makeup school was not beneficial for me personally, and I could tell you guys why. If you guys are interested, just leave a comment down below. I'm going to be taking the Jekyll and Hill Morphe palette to do my eyebrows. I like to use powder, so I'm gonna use, where is it? Right here, this one. All right, and I guess like tying it into the whole, like, how did I start makeup, like on Instagram. I just kind of started want to think that I want so much more in my life than just working for somebody else, and I just kind of started doing makeup looks. For the longest time I wanted to be like a makeup guru or whatever, which ties into how I started YouTube. If you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see that I started it probably like 7 months ago, but this isn't the first channel that I had. I had one before, and it was just something that I wasn't really proud of. It was very secretive. I just personally didn't love it, so I did delete it. And then I did have a YouTube channel with my one of my close friends at the time, and then we just kind of deleted that. And so I was like, you know what, I want to do YouTube for myself, because at the end of the day I wanted to try it again. So, you know, I started YouTube 7 months ago. I believe it was 7 months ago. Learning process. I feel like you can definitely tell that I'm really shy on camera, so I'm learning to be a little bit more open, a bit of more of myself. But there's been plenty of videos where I filmed myself and I just did not love, and I've deleted them. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and taking the same Jekyll and Hill palette. I cannot speak, but I'm going to be taking this one right here. Then I have another question. It's, where do you see yourself by the end of the year? And I actually love that question. I love that question so much. You definitely do have to think of the future. I do see myself, this question is actually a really hard one, because I feel like I don't want to jinx myself, but what I'm basically working for right now, I do want to get back into photography. I do want to get back into modeling, and I'll show some photos of what I have so far. So like, what I mean by modeling is definitely going with a lot more photographers and just meeting a lot more people, a lot more models. Honestly, I really loved it. I'm not sure why exactly I stopped. I think just life kind of took over, and I kind of just took a little bit break, but I'm ready to get back in it. I do plan on going to one this month in a couple of weeks, so I do plan on going back and just continuing. Something I've always wanted to do. I was doing it when I was little because my dad is a photographer. My dad does not take any of my photos now, but back then my dad would take my photos because he is a photographer. He does mainly like quinceañeras and weddings and stuff like that. So he would obviously practice on me, and I just grew up loving to be in front of, you know, the camera. Picture myself as a model, I guess you can say. I just love to take photos. I think that's like one of my huge passions. Life's short, you know, like you really have to go out and live your dreams. And speaking of living your dreams, I'm actually going to be filming today a how to start a YouTube channel. So if you're watching this right now, this video is going to go first. If you're watching it right now, stay tuned for the future video, because I'm going to be talking about how to start a YouTube channel and basically the 3 most tips that I can recommend. As I've been doing my research, I've come to see that a lot of people don't talk about those 3 tips, and I think they're really important. And about my journey with YouTube, I feel like you definitely need to know, like you need to know these 3 tips. So little self promo to subscribe now and just keep a lookout. Do eyeliner, because I cannot talk when I do eyeliner, and then I'll resume with the questions real quick. And as far as mascara, I'm using this, I think this is Lancome. I personally don't like it, but I'm just using it up. One that I do love so much is the Roller Lash by Benefit, but you know, Benefit's not 100% cruelty free. So if you guys know exactly which brands are cruelty free, like 100% cruelty free, please let me know. I research on like cruelty free makeup and stuff like that, but you know, I just haven't yet. My lips are so chapped. So I'm gonna be using this sugar lip scrub, all natural apparently, and it just helps. See, this one's cruelty free, it says on there. I'm so proud of myself. I got this one in West Covina. I think it was like $2.99, something like that. And oh my god, it's the best one. It tastes really good. I know you're not supposed to eat it, but it just happens. And I got it in, it's a store called Obsessed Beauty. I will link it down below, and they just have so many good stuff. I really never go to West Covina, so I feel bad for like not really going as often, because we're so quick to go to Ulta real quick and stuff like that. But their lashes are amazing. So thank you so much, Crystal, for sending me these over. I'm gonna be wearing them right now. This is in the shade Wild, in the style Wild. And first of all, look at this packaging. Yes, girl, killing it. And then these lashes are seriously amazing. I love them. I do need to clean them. Okay, that's how you know I really use them, is because they're dirty. I don't know if you guys can see that. You guys get the point, but they're so freaking pretty to put on. How old are you, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? By the way, I love your channel. Thank you so much for sending me a question. I'm 24, unfortunately. I'm 24. 5 years, geez, that's a long time. 5 years can literally change your life. And so I never really like to discuss my dreams to other people unless it's like my best friend Lizette or my boyfriend, because I really don't like to jinx it, and I really don't want to say it out loud and it just never happened. And I'd rather just be that type of person where I'd rather make it happen than to talk about it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But as of lately, I've been really obsessed with, you guys are gonna laugh, I've been really obsessed with looking at getting into acting. So the reason why I say you guys are gonna laugh, because I actually went to school and I majored in theater arts, and I hated it so much. I hated it. I did not want to be an actress. The reason why I majored in it was because I wanted to be a makeup artist for like behind the scenes. I wanted to do like gore makeup, and obviously if you're majoring in theater arts, you're gonna have to be taking classes, like acting classes and stuff, script writing, improv and stuff like that. So I was like, dude, this isn't even what I want to freaking do with my life. I want to just do makeup. I don't, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why I actually haven't graduated college just yet, is because I've been switching around majors and everything and still trying to find myself and stuff like that. But now I am definitely thinking of going back. For sure, I'm going back, of course. I do want to go back, but I'm thinking of going back to theater arts. The only thing that I did love from being in theater was improv. I feel like I really loved improv because you got to go and just kind of do your thing. And as far as theater, like acting and memorizing scripts and stuff like that, I was like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I was really negative about it, and I wish that I had just finished, but my mindset was completely different back then. I was just like, I don't want to be an actress, like why am I here? So I ended up switching to business. And so where I do, going back to the question, I mean, where I see myself in 5 years, I definitely see myself doing YouTube still. It's hard to envision yourself because 5 years is a lot of time. I definitely see myself in a home with my boyfriend, maybe have a baby by then. I'm not too sure, but I definitely want to focus on my dreams first, and hopefully just be working for myself, continue grinding, and hopefully in 5 years I am able to quit my job, or by then, by 5 years, I would hope that I have already quitted my job and I am just working for myself, and I am my own label, and I am my own manager. And yeah, I'm gonna be going in with this one. This one was in my BoxyCharm. I actually stopped BoxyCharm, but this was in it. I want to resume, but this is the, I don't know, pretty vulgar, whatever. By the way, this is the crown, right? I think it's Moda Pro. It has a little crown, that's why I thought it was crown. Pointed blush. I use it for bronzer because it's really fluffy, and so I think that's like perfect for it. In addition to that 5-year plan, I definitely see myself, if in hopes, oh my god, I put way too much. If in hopes all, like, you know, say I make it on YouTube or whatever, I make it in life, I'm able to, you know, financially provide for my family. I would love to start a non-profit organization on, I feel like there's so many areas I would love to attack. So like for one, I would love to help out like Skid Row in LA and help people just be in more homes. Definitely build like a shelter or something like that, where they're able to get food, because I know there is a lot of shelter, but Skid Row is probably one of the worst here, the worst one. And I would love to start like in LA, you know, and just help. I know that there is a makeup artist that actually goes every weekend, and she does makeovers on the homeless women, and it's really sad to hear that majority of the women there have been raped. And oop, I kicked the camera. And she goes and she does makeovers, you know, she does hair, she colors their hair and stuff like that, and I just find it so amazing. I wish I was able to afford to do something like that and just help make a difference. And along with that, I would love to help with animals. I feel like a big chunk would be with animals, and then, you know, start from there, and then start with the rest of the world, where they don't have clean water, where they don't have, you know, a home. Help spreading word and just helping as a country. I feel like I would definitely want to use my fame if I'm ever famous. I don't highly doubt, but it's just, it's really odd to say like I want to be famous or something. The way I look at it is I just want to be financially stable and to be able to help my family. Real quick, I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Golden Flower Crown. But yeah, I would love to be able to be financially stable and help my family first, obviously, and my friends first, and then go on and be able to help the country and help the rest of the world. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. I like to put the beauty blender on them because, I don't know, I like to soak up the moisture a little bit. So I'm gonna be going in with Morphe Foolish. And this one is actually like my freaking favorite. I want to go back to Morphe and buy like 5 of them because I think they're, oops, I dropped something. I think they're like $3 or something like that, like a really affordable price. So yeah, I'm gonna do my lips, and this look is really basic, but I'm honestly not going anywhere. I'm just filming. I'm going in with the, I think this is from the Becky G collection. Everything's like scratched off, but I think it's from Becky G collection, and I'll have to find out the name. I'm putting this little melt, Too Faced melt ones. I don't know if you guys remember these. I don't even know if they still make these. Yeah, I know it looks so crazy, okay? Just bear with me. I basically just tap it in. I also like to go in with this go-to lip stain. This is actually from the Catch Me Outside girl, the one that she promotes all the time. Now, these lipsticks are freaking amazing. I love them so much, but honestly, it's like broken. I'm probably gonna have to throw this away. I'm really like shocked that this ended up breaking, but I think I am gonna go and actually buy all of the lip stains just so that way I can do a little review on all of them. But they're probably like $3.99, and I want to make sure that the rest are amazing, and I'll do like a little lip swatch type of thing, and then in a future video, maybe if it was just me and I ended up just breaking it, I don't know, but we'll see. That's just, I don't know, that'll be in a future video. So subscribe just so that way you guys can see that one. And yeah, let me see if we have any more questions, because I think I ended up only answering like 3. Okay, so somebody said go-to foundation. The go-to foundation for me is definitely Huda Beauty. This one has honestly lasted me. Oh my god, I'm such a mess. Look at my life. That one honestly lasted me for 7 months because we're in July, and I bought it in January. So this one's probably gonna last me till next year. This is a brand new one, but I'm still squeezing out what I have left over. I'm telling you guys, I am such like, I do not, like, I use products to like until they're empty. Like, I will use the products because that is such a waste. I do not want to throw something out that's perfectly good. Obviously, if it's expired or it's just bad, I will throw it out, of course, but I am a huge person that I do not like to waste at all. So comment down below if you're like that. So I have another question. What advice would you give to somebody that wants to start YouTube? I will give an advice right now to stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed, because I am actually going to be filming that in the next video, so that's pretty funny. I actually get a lot of DMs on how to start YouTube, just because a lot of people are scared, but I am not going to talk about it in this video because I am literally going to be filming, oh my god, I stutter so much. I'm literally going to be filming a video on how to start YouTube in like 5 minutes, so you guys will see that. And I think I'm just gonna end it there because this video is already so long, so I do not want it to be too crazy long. But that is basically it, guys. Thank you guys so much. You are the real MVP if you ended up watching this video completely. I love you and I thank you so much. But that is basically it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.